there's kind of a little extra part on example 2 where it says identify the values of the variables for which each expression is defined. Now that means we have to pay attention to the limits that are set on what the variable could be. So for example, you had 3 root a minus 2, 4 root a plus 5. So we're going to look at the variable, which is right here and right here, and ask ourselves, what could a not be? What's going to wreck it in terms of making it a viable number? Well, can it be 0? Can it be a positive? Can it be a negative? You might remember this from the first part of the chapter when we were doing some of those things under the root sign, in terms of whether they were squared or cubed or whatever. This one is just a simple a is under the root sign. What can it not be? Well, it can't be a negative, can it? It could be 0. That would still work. But it can't be a negative. So when it tells us to identify the values of the variables for which each expression is defined, it's the same thing that we did in the beginning of the chapter. We have to look at the variable and go, what are its limits? And in this case, you're just going to write, well, a could be equal to 0, or it could be greater, because that means that it has to be a positive number.